Hello, welcome. Today we'll embark on a culinary journey through the desolate and unforgiving world of Kenshi. Kenshi, as you might know, is an awesome game with various game mechanics. Thrown into the world, in order to survive, you not only need to run away from hostile creatures, or fend off starving bandits, or fend off starving skin bandits starving for skin. No, in order to survive, you also need to eat. And I've always wondered, would I be able to survive in Kenshi only eating the food this world has to offer? Only eating food and dishes you can find in the world of Kenshi? Well, let's find out today by recreating some of the most popular dishes from Kenshi in real life. Just by looking over the names of the dishes on the Kenshi wiki, I can already tell today's theme is going to be simple and depressing. But you never know, food doesn't have to be complex to be good, right? I mean, I could eat a burger with nothing on it, only bread and meat, and I'd be happy. Actually, I'm at the verge of depression, so is this journey gonna save my day or just be the final straw? We're gonna find out today. This is gonna be exciting. First one's the rice bowl. Plain and simple, even in our world. A versatile and staple grain that serves as a fundamental dietary component for billions of people worldwide. Just put a cup of raw rice into some boiling water, a pinch of salt, let it cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. When ready, get rid of the excess water, and there you go. Cooked rice. I mean, it's alright. It's just rice. If I'd had nothing else to eat, I'll give it a week or two before insanity. Next one is a dish I served my people at our base for months in my first playthrough I did. Cooked vegetables from green fruits. Would I be able to survive the same torture my fellow companions had to go through in the world of Kenshi? I'm very curious about this one. You know, since green fruits from the world of Kenshi do not exist in real life and are purely a part of fiction, what we can do is try to use vegetables that might look similar to the green fruits in Kenshi. Zucchini. It's green and long, looks exactly like a green fruit. So here goes nothing. Cut down the zucchini into bite-sized pieces. Cook the zucchini pieces in a pan with a bit of oil until done. Also don't forget to put in some seasonings like salt and pepper, and there you go. Cooked vegetables. Yeah, it tastes not that insane, honestly. I mean, it's just vegetables. I really did not expect much, and I guess I was about right. It's edible, for sure, but it feels like it's missing something. I think I'd last about 3 days before I'd willingly let myself get eaten by a big thing. I feel really sorry for the people that had to eat that for half a year or so in my last playthrough. Now let's get to the next level with this dish, the Gohan. This one definitely got its inspiration from the real-life Japanese dish going by the same name. A popular Japanese breakfast food consisting of cooked Japanese rice, topped or mixed with raw egg and soy sauce. In Kenshi it is made by combining rice and green fruit at a cooking stove. The in-game description is quite vague about its content. Rice and vegetable. Good food. The picture though looks like it's depicting more than just green fruit as a topping next to the rice. I can't really tell what it is, so let's find some inspiration from the real-life Gohan. Besides vegetables, we can add toppings like onion, mushroom, and the raw egg. I don't know about the raw egg, but everything else sounds pretty good. We got our rice and the vegetables already cooked and ready. I don't want to miss out on the egg opportunity, so here we go. Put some oil in a pan, throw in that egg and mix it up until it looks like scrambled eggs. Get yourself some green onion, clean it up and cut it down into small round pieces. Now put everything on top of the rice and make it look as nice and presentable as possible. I also found some dried onions in one of my cabinets. Might also be a good addition to our Gohan. Wow, look at this! This looks really appetizing now. Quite presentable if you ask me. Combining the last two dishes really did work wonders. Very cool. It comes kinda close to the original, doesn't it? And it tastes pretty good. I could eat it for a long time. This one definitely gets my approval. Very tasty, very nice. Moving on to the dustwich. This one is gonna be extremely interesting. I've been waiting to try this one out for a long time now. You see, all there is to a dustwich is just a paste made out of cactus put between two slices of bread. Yes, it's a sandwich with cactus paste filling. I didn't even know you could eat cactus. Didn't know that shit was edible. After a little bit of research, I eventually found something on Amazon. Nopalitos tender cactus. They don't make this shit here in Germany. Haven't seen a wild cactus growing here in a while. But apparently it's quite common in Mexico and maybe in the US too. So long story short, one import later and here it is. Straight out of the Chihuahuan desert. Honestly, looks kinda interesting. It's literally a bag full of pickled cactus. I need to try this. It kinda tastes like cactus smells and has kind of a pickles taste. Pickled cucumber, like the aftertaste that comes with it tastes like that. It's also kinda chewy. I suppose if we were to leave a few pickled cactus out in the sun for long enough to dry, we might end up with our own homemade chew sticks. The Kenshi chew sticks. Best desert river base food you can make from nothing but cactus and water. Best you can do with nothing but cactuses. It's good. I mean, I could eat it. It's just like pickles. But considering the nutritional content of that shit, I'm concerned that if depression won't kill me, the absence of essential vitamins might. Maybe the dustwich will save us. So I tried my best to make somewhat of a cactus paste by putting a couple cactus pieces into a bowl and mash it up with a fork. It looks okay, I guess. Kinda looks like spinach. Now let's just spread that bitch over a slice of toast. Put another slice on top of it and bam! Real dustwich sandwich. Look at it. Looks legit, right? Let's give it a go. It's really chewy. Kinda hard to swallow. The texture is weird. As if I'm chewing on a snail. A pickled snail. Nah, this is not it. This is not great at all. I could not live off of that for a long time. So this is an absolute no-go for me. Alright, we're now delving into something truly promising. The meat wrap. Easy and simple. And finally, with a bit of meat. It's just meat and some bread. It's great. Going by the in-game picture, it seems like it's more than just a loaf of bread. It looks like an actual wrap we know and love. Here we go. I've got me some Mexican tortilla wraps from the convenience store. I think they will do a fine job holding all that meat enclosed. I've got a lot of meat. Now for our meat, I'm using minced meat from the store. Just put it in a pan with a little bit of oil. Heat it up real good. If you are a vegetarian or something of that kind, just picture a scenario where a ferocious big thing just ate your entire family. And as a revenge, we now gonna devour the big thing's meat. See? Suddenly it looks quite delicious, right? Put in some seasoning like salt and pepper and there we go. We got our filling. The most bland filling you will ever find, but still better than cooked vegetables. Wrap it up and put it in a pan again to get the bread itself a bit heated from all sides. And there we go. Wow, this shit looks bussin'. Holy mamacita! Let's cut it in half and make it look like the in-game picture. Close enough, I guess. Well, what can I say? It tastes insanely good. This is by far the best one. It's just godly. The tender meat, the wonderful smell of the bread, 10 out of 10. This tasted so good, I ate everything. Now, this next dish is not very special, just like the rice or the cooked vegetables. This one's also just a one ingredient dish, but since I had a couple of dried fish in my fridge anyway, I thought why the hell not? Here it is, dried fish. The same bland as looking fish like you can find in the world of Kenshi. I bought this one from a hash dealer out in the swamps. Let's give it a taste. Well, before we can taste it, we kinda have to clean it up, get rid of the skin and the fish scales until it ends up with something like this. Wow, I like it. It's quite salty, a briny essence and a chewy jerky-like texture. Very tasty. You know what this lacks of? You're right, a beer. A real German beer from the Black Forest. And it's fully lore friendly to add beer to my dried fish, since you could do the same in the world of Kenshi with a barrel of grog. Grog is the equivalent of our world's beer. The fish is good, it has some parts that stick to your teeth like gum, but all in all, I could eat it. Very good. Okay, we made it to our last dish and probably the most complicated food item to make out of all of them. The legendary Foodcube. Disappointing but nutritious. That is the in-game description, and it is not giving us a lot of information about our dish and how to recreate it. The in-game picture of the Foodcube is the only real indication of what a Foodcube really might look like. Just from that, it would be a pain in the ass to come up with something edible that would resemble a Foodcube. But luckily, the Kenshi wiki gives a really good description on what a Foodcube might be. Foodcubes are essentially a nutritious block made from a vegetable grain mixture. It is similar in concept and appearance to the real-world Nutraloaf. I've never heard of a Nutraloaf before, but after a little bit of research I found out the Nutraloaf is a type of food typically served in prisons as a form of punishment or discipline. It is a bland and nutritionally balanced mixture of ingredients such as vegetables, grains and protein, often baked into a loaf-like shape. Its unappealing taste and texture are designed to discourage disruptive behavior in correctional facilities. Perfect. Nice. This has the power to suck even the last ounce of hope out of me. So here we go. Going by some recipes on the internet, most people just put in some random ingredients they can find, blend it all together and bake that shit. We are going to do the same. I still got my cooked vegetables here. We're gonna put them in the mixer together with some slices of toast, tear them into pieces, put in some scrambled eggs from the Big Thing egg, stolen from the Big Thing that ate the vegetarian guy's family, a bit of meat from the Meatwraps, the rest of the Nopalitos tender cactus pieces we didn't eat. I got some baked beans here, those are always good, just throw them in, a bit of tomato paste for taste. Now flour to make it more bready, so it actually becomes bread-like. Tiny bit of salt. I know the original Nutraloaf does not have any seasoning, but this is a Kenshi Foodcube. Just dunk it once in the seawater surrounding the island Kenshi takes place in, and there you have your salt, so it's legit. And lastly, a little bit of beer, I mean grog, to moisten it all up a bit. Wow, that looks delicious. Nah, this is going to be awful. Look at this! What the hell am I doing? This ain't right. Well, blend it up until you get a paste out of it. I bought me a cube made out of metal, a metal cube to bake bread with. This is gonna be perfect for our Foodcube. The mixture is still kinda too liquidy, so to get it a little bit more firm, I'm adding more flour to it. Taking that shit out of the mixer so we can start massaging it with our hands. More flour. Even more flour. The dough is showing a lot of resistance, so I'm bringing out heavier weapons. After adding even more flour and good mixing, we got a nice looking mixture here. Before I can put that stuff in the tray, I need to butter it up first. And in it goes. Looks nice. Close it up. Now let's get that thing in the oven. I can't wait to taste it. So, half an hour later, here it is. Wow, the top looks so nice. Are you guys ready for the reveal? Here we go. Slowly. This looks insane. Just like in the game. Can you see all that steam coming from it? It looks so realistic. I mean, it is realistic. It's real. It's right here. It's just like the Foodcube from the game. It's a real Kenshi Foodcube right here. But it might only look good. Who knows? Let's cut it in half and see what it looks like from the inside. Oh no, it's not done yet. It's still soft on the inside. Damn, but no worries. It still fits perfectly nice into the tray. Let's bake it for another half an hour or so. I cut off a piece of the Foodcube to at least get a little bit of a taste test. And damn, this actually tastes pretty nice. I did not expect that. What the hell? It tastes like bread with an aftertaste of beer and a bit of pickled cactus. And here's the result of the inside after I baked the cube for another half an hour. And it looks so good. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the best things I've ever ate. It's something completely new to me. This is like bread with lots of nutrition. And I just love how you still can taste the beer from it. Look at that texture. 10 out of 10. This goes very well with beer. Very delicious. And I guess that's it. Let me know which dish you like the most from its aesthetics. And overall, hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to all the Patreons for supporting this channel. You guys are awesome. And I guess I see you in the next one. Goodbye.